Today I got something very exciting for you guys out there watching my videos. It's my super furnace that I showcased in my cinematic video. But this one is supercharged. I doubled the speed of it. Although this one isn't finished, it's just very raw, so it has to be items that can be burned, it has to be fuel in there, and the output's down there. If I were to build this full out, it would be with sorting systems and everything. So it would sort out the fuel by itself and even burn other items. I mean, vlogs into charcoal and put it into the fuel chest down here. But basically what it does, it is taking out 2 items at a time with these hoppers. So it's getting transported out of at the speed of 2 hoppers into the entire system. Also using up this charcoal here, and then it will end down in this chest. In the beginning it will be a bit slow, but after about 40 seconds I think the system's going to be running full speed, and it's going to go up to the speed of 2 hoppers. This isn't exactly the speed of 2 hoppers. It might be a little bit slower because I need like 6 furnaces more behind, but you'll see the concept. You can see how fast it's going right here. So yeah, let me show you how it works. So basically I have the items that you're going to need. You decide yourself how many you want to use. I'm just going to show you how it works. It's actually very simple as soon as you get your head behind this, how it actually works. Just follow how I do. I'll use the stack command later to help me finish this build, but in the moment I'll just do it like this. So basically what this will do right here is the hopper down here is going to go into a chest, output chest that's going to be here for the moment. This is just the 1/2 of the furnace. You'd have to mirror it on the other side. I'll do that in a second. So what this is supposed to do is up here there's going to be loops of hoppers running the fuel around in this one and running the items that has to be burned around in this one. The fuel will then get pulled out if it needs some. At the moment, so this hopper here, it's gonna have some charcoal in it. I'll just take 16 for the moment. It's gonna constantly try to fill in charcoal into this furnace, into the bottom of this furnace as fuel. But since it's full, it's just gonna fill this one up. And as soon as this one has enough items, I'm just gonna put some inside here. This signal strength is going to increase, so now it has 23 items and it's locking this hopper, so the items from this hopper will just transport onto the next one, and then this one will suck it up. Now this one didn't get 23, so it will tell, oh yeah, I want charcoal out of the circuit up here. So at the end of the circuit that you can build as long as you want, it's just going to loop back, so it's going to be an infinite loop of coal running around, constantly ready to being sucked up by this hopper here. Now we also need something to regulate the input of what's going to be burned. So that's like this. I invented this by myself, by the way. If anyone was wondering, I didn't copy it or anything. I was very excited about this when I first built it, because I would never think I could actually come up with anything like this. It's probably way too big and someone else could make it a lot smaller, but this is just how I do it. So again, the same concept. It's checking how much is inside, and what I build it so that there always has to be a stack of charcoal inside, so that one stack presents these 5 signal strength. And as soon as there are 5 more items in here, see now there's 4, signal strength not strong enough, 5, then the signal strength here will increase for this one furnace, locking this hopper from sucking our items of this circle here. So it will send the items to the next furnace, which then will do exactly the same all the way through. So this circuit actually relies on the fact that there will always be a stack of fuel inside the furnace. So this can either be, this could be any kind of fuel that's 64 stackable actually. That's going to be running on this. I strongly advise to always put blocks above your hoppers, because they might suck up items that shouldn't be sucked up. I'm just going to make the other side and then I'll be right back. Okay, I finished building this, so since this is actually stackable, and the more you stack it, the faster it gets, I'm just going to use wood to stack this now. It's the same pattern all the way through, so it's just yeah, the 2 hoppers facing this way and then the loop running back facing this way. So as far as testing goes, the fastest is about 23 to 24 furnaces on each side. Now at the moment I have 2 on each side, so I always go for 20 since that's a decent speed and it's just a round number and I like it. So I'm going to stack this 18 times. Bam. So now we have 20. At the end of this loop, and this is very important, this one hopper has to point into this one, so it starts looping around into this one. And here, this one has to link up to this one. The reason I'm running this around and not just directly back is because this is getting powered by these when the furnace is running, and we don't want these to get locked, so they have to run around this block here. But just remember to run it around so it gets to be a full circle. I'm just going to do the same over here now. And always put blocks above so you don't get wrong items inside. Very important, since you don't want unburnable items running around in your loop, and also you don't want items that can't be burned in your fuel system. That would screw everything up. The biggest flaw about this entire furnace here is the fact that it runs the best on one item only, and when you put in multiple items, like 1 stack of iron or 1 stack of gold ore and 3 stacks of diamond ore, or how rich you know I am, it's gonna mess up. I mean, one furnace is then gonna get completely full, and the hopper above is gonna fill up, and it's just gonna screw over. And yeah, that's pretty much what it does. So I strongly advise that you only burn 1 item at a time. Now at the moment this is the only repeater on, but that's just because I'm not looping any fuel into the system. The way I like to do my fuel system is so that you can look inside the chest for how much fuel you have left. So I normally choose this corner one right here as my input fuel place. So what I'm going to draw out of this is a signal. I like it too long. The signal is too long. 2 signal strength. Running into these 2 hoppers that just go directly into both sides. And always remember to fill them up. Then I'm going to take a chest and put it here. This is going to be a fuel chest, so I'm just going to spam some fuel in here, and it's immediately going to start drawing fuel from it. So this signal strength will increase, but it won't increase yet because at the moment what it's doing is it's running fuel into this loop. So it's running into this and it's going that way down, and then these hoppers down here are sucking it out. So these will slowly start filling up on both sides. Since the furnaces are already filled all the way, only these hoppers right here need to get up to 23 items, which then increases the signal strength to 2 and locks this hopper. And as soon as that's finished, the charcoal is going to run back here and back into this hopper here. So this hopper is going to start filling while charcoal is still running around, and at some point this charcoal is going to reach 18, I think, and this signal strength is going to increase to a signal strength of 2, locking these hoppers, so they won't be getting any more fuel inside the circuit until any of these draw anything out and one item is missing, and it's just going to decrease the signal strength and pull out another item. So that's basically how the fuel system works. Now, if you want to look for how much fuel you have left, just look inside your fuel chest. That's how easy it is. You could, of course, also hook up a, hook up a signal strength measurer to this and then do redstone lamps or something. That's up to you. Now, when it comes to your input of items, you have to input it in this loop here, these 3, on both sides, of course. I normally pick this one, since it doesn't really matter where you take it from. Just run it all the way down into them. So, like this. Take your chest. The output chest obviously down here. So, now I'm just gonna run a test run on this. I like to take cobblestone, since that's kind of what everybody uses. Just taking 5 stacks, and while this is burning, I'm just gonna go back to the 9 stacks I made earlier to check whether all 9 stacks came through, and they did. You see that would normally take like 20 minutes to burn, I don't know, long time at least. See, now it's already taken almost 2 stacks out of here, and 8 items already inside, 10, 12, 14. See, this is way faster than your average furnace. Now if you look here, you can see they're actually starting to boot up all these furnaces. It's still booting up, but there's only 5 items inside, and as soon as one item gets down, it's going to decrease in signal strength up here. As you can see, it's going to blink for a short while, sucking out another piece of cobblestone right there. That's when it needs a piece of cobblestone. It just takes it directly out of this circuit up here. That's constantly looping in cobblestone until it's on the end, at the end down there, and it's just going to loop around again. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you find this useful and might use it in survival. So drop a like if you watched the entire video or just think it's nice or whatever. I'm out.